Welcome back to Barely Famous Fuckers. You know what? I haven't even brushed my teeth this morning and we're here. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic week. I am actually bringing my friend and TikToker Jade Amber on the podcast today to shoot the shit and kind of just like talk about pop culture, all things about her being single mom, because I can relate, she can relate. So if you guys haven't followed her already, go check her out on TikTok. She's really fun. And I'm going to welcome her on right now. Hello.
How are you?
I was so hoping you were going to have the kittens on there.
Yes, they're probably going to be freaking meowing and stuff in the background. They'd be everywhere.
No, you're fine. I don't let my cats in my office because I adopted 2 cats right before you did, literally maybe 3 weeks before you did. But I don't let them in my office because they tear up my plants, and also some of them are poisonous. So I'm like, we don't need to make them sick or anything. Yeah. But how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. You know what? I've had an emotional morning. I've already cried. I tried to inhale my breakfast before we got on. I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I'm like...
No, literally, that's me all the time. I was literally trying to rush to hurry up and set up everything. To me,
oh my gosh, you're so funny. I love your room. It's so cute.
Thank you.
I always, when I watch your TikToks and stuff and you're like, I've always loved pink my whole life. I'm like, I wish that I was like that, but I don't think I ever was that committed to anything in my entire life.
I think this is the biggest thing I've ever been committed to my entire life is the color pink, and I don't know why.
I love it. No, it's so cute. So where's Prince? Is he in school or is he home with you?
He's actually with my mom right now for the podcast, because if not, he would be
nice.
Running around on my bed and stuff.
Aw, that would have been fine. I get it. Single momming is not easy. Okay,
yes,
so where do you live?
So I live near Raleigh. I used to live in Charlotte last year, and I moved there right after graduating from college because I was just I grew up in a small town, and it's just not very I don't know, for what I wanted to do, I just felt like it wasn't serving me. So I moved to Charlotte, but then I ended up just feeling like I didn't have anybody out there. So then I kind of moved back closer to where I grew up at, but still enough distance to where I don't feel like I'm where I grew up at, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get that. So do you have family around you, or do you have, because all your TikToks is pretty much just you and Prince?
Yeah, we're literally together all the time. I don't really ever see my family unless it's a birthday or holidays or anything, just because I feel I'm always working, and I know people think oh, she just does TikTok and YouTube, but it's a lot to do YouTube and TikTok and then take Instagram pictures. So whenever I can, during the holidays and stuff, that's when I see my family. But other than that, I'm always at home with Prince and stuff like that. So it's literally just us two here all the time.
He's so cute, and I'm him and my kids would be such good friends.
I know. I literally see your TikToks with your boys. Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
I don't have, I have mom friends, but they all pretty much, they have families. Right. And so I'm the only, single mom.
Yes, that's how I feel.
And it's just, I third wheel everything, and I don't know. It's weird. It's hard because it's you can't, it's not the same. It's just not the same.
It's not. I always, I try not to beat myself up because, there's days where I'm God, I love being a single mom. It's just me and Prince, and I can put all my attention on him. And, I get to, this is the first time I've ever been able to, express myself with, my room and stuff like that. Because before that, I was living with my ex. So, obviously, he's not going to want a pink room. And before that, I was living with Prince's father. So, I had to make it, neutral. And then, there's some days where, I go out, and me and Prince, we always go eat, Mexican restaurants a lot. Because that's, my favorite thing to eat. And, I'll just see, these families, and I'm this sucks so bad sometimes, because I just feel I'm kind of disappointing him in a way, but he's so young, he doesn't really know, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just beat myself up over it because I'm dang, I wish there was still that family aspect.
Sometimes when I'm here by myself with the kids, though, I actually appreciate the fact that I don't have I'm not with any of the kids' dads because kind of like you said, like they're not going to want a pink room. Like I was able to build this house from scratch, able to decorate everything exactly how I wanted it.
Right.
And I didn't have to worry about anyone else, whatever they thought, their opinions, nothing. And so in some aspects, I appreciate being a single mom. And in some aspects, I'm like, damn, this sucks. Like you want somebody to share it with. And I think that's the part. I like sleeping in my bed by myself or with my kids. I always joke that like we do like a his and her situation or a her and her situation,
right.
For bedroom and bathroom. But there are some aspects that I'm like, okay, this is really lonely and I would love to share this with someone. But can I ask where Prince's dad is? Is he in the picture? Is he not in the picture?
So, Prince's dad is actually in the military, and he just recently got hurt, so he's having to recover. He just hurt his leg or his foot. I can't remember which one it is, but, yeah, his dad's in the military, but he's not, like, deployed or anything, so he's local. He's about an hour away, but he's only really able to see Prince, like, once a month or twice a month. Whenever he texts me and tells me he can see Prince, I let him see his dad. But other than that, like, it's pretty much just me and Prince. But yeah, his dad still, like, is in the picture, but it's not, like, as often as he would like because he's in the military.
How do you handle that? Like, him not, I think because I was so, you're either all in or all out, I guess I never was, like, I don't think I could have ever been like, yeah, just text me when you can see him. Like, I feel like I would be so bitter. So how are you so good about it?
I just know that, like, I do everything in my power to take care of Prince, and all my priorities are literally Prince's first. And at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, I'm not going to force you to see him more. Like, if you want to be the dad that you want to be to him, Jesus Christ, you will be. But I'm not the type of mom to sit here and, like, beg him to be there more for his son because he works a lot, too. Like, he's in the military, but he also, like, has other jobs because I don't know, he just has, like, other jobs that is not in the military. So he says he can't see Prince as much as he would like to. And, I mean, at the end of the day, like, if those are how your priorities are set up, that's just how, like, I see it. Like, I'm just not going to force him to be all in or just, like, kind of, like, fully kick him out because I just feel like it's not fair to Prince anyways. So I don't know, I honestly just try to, like, do whatever I think is best because, you know, Prince is my first child. I don't really know, I'm just kind of, like, going through this whole thing, and, like, I just try to do what I think is best. But sometimes, like, I do, you know, get bitter, and I'm just like, I wish you could see him more and I wish you could be more active. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you can only, like, want somebody to do so much for,
right, you can't want it for him.
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah.
No, I get that. It took me a long time to get there. Now I'm the same way. Like, I don't ever text my younger two's dad and be like, you need to do this, or I need this from you. I don't ever do that anymore. In the beginning, it was really hard for me, and it was one of those things where I was, like, so bitter, and I wanted him to be there more than he wanted to be there. And I was making myself basically sick and, you know, posting shit on the internet that I probably shouldn't have, and things like that. Just, like, trying to make him see what I was going through so that he could be a better dad. But now it's just like, you do you on your time, and I'm not asking you for anything more. Like, don't ask me, you know what I mean? Like, if he doesn't reach out to me for my son's first day of kindergarten, I'm not reaching out to you. If you don't reach out to see if the kids need anything, I'm not asking you for anything. But it took me like 10 years to get here, and 4 kids later, you know? So I give you kudos for that, because I think, like, being such a young mom and a single mom, it's so hard to know, you know, and trust your gut as a mom to do what's right. And so I definitely give you kudos for that, because it took me way longer to get here than you. So I'm proud of you for that, because I'm telling you, like, it's literally, I have gone through hell and back with my kids' dads, and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? I should have just been this way from the beginning.
Yeah, and, like, the crazy part is, like, there's not really any single moms in my life. So, like, the lady that I'm looking up to, there is no lady. I'm just, like, literally just freaking winging it. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I'm literally just trying to do whatever I think is best, because, like, my parents have been married for, like, 20-something years. Like, they got married when they were, like, 20, and my parents are like 42 or 43 now, and it's just like I like tried to make it work because that's all I knew was like I had both of my parents in the home, and I tried so hard to make it work. And like after, you know, just constantly like being disrespected and being like just treated like not the way that I should have been, I was just like, I would just rather be alone, honestly, at this point, because like I'm just the type of person, like I love myself way too much to sit there and try to make something work for the child when in the end, like I'm never going to be happy. And I feel like that's what a lot of like I use my platform for, is like, girl, if you're being disrespected, if you're not happy, why are you staying? Like you can try to make it work for the child as much as you want to, but it's not going to work. You're never going to be happy, and your kids are going to see that, and they're going to grow up, and like, especially if you have daughters, like they're going to see like how you just dealt with being mistreated, and what do you think like they're going to do when they get older and stuff like that. So that's why I left. And like I said, I don't have really any like single moms that I know personally, so I really just like do whatever. And my life is just honestly just kind of crazy anyways, because like I come from a small place and nobody really like took me serious when I said I wanted to do social media. So like I'm honestly just kind of like the odd one out, like truthfully, because nobody really even knows what I'm doing. I don't know either, but
what was the first like video or TikTok or anything that like made like that got a ton of views that started to like build your following? Do you remember or no?
Yeah, so I before I was just Jade Amber, me and Prince's father were together, and I knew I wanted to do social media, and I was like, well, so since we were like living together, I was like, we can do a couple channels. So we had a YouTube and we also had a TikTok, and I was like, TikTok's algorithm is like crazy good, so we can use the TikTok to boost YouTube. So for like, I want to say like 1 or 2 years, I was just like making so many videos on YouTube, editing them by myself. Like his dad didn't help edit anything. Like didn't help edit anything.
Jade, editing is, I went to school for this. Like I cannot, and I literally, when I would go to my editing classes, I was like, I don't want, this is the part of communications that I never want to do. Editing is so hard and time consuming. Like, they deserve awards because I don't even know how people edit videos. So kudos to you again, because no, fuck that.
No, literally. And it was just like, I would ask him like, can you like learn to edit? But like you said, it's freaking hard, and you have to really want something to like be committed to like making the video and like editing the whole thing. So I was doing that while I was in college, while I was still working. I was working at Walmart as a like a fresh cap, like people who put away fruits and vegetables. I was doing that, and then I ended up becoming a supervisor at Walmart. But like while I was working, while I was still in school, like I was committed to doing social media, whatever way. Like I knew that I just wanted to be on social media. I didn't really know like my niche yet, but since I was with his dad, I was like, you know, a couple channels were really big at the time. So we ended up getting on TikTok, and there was a trend where it was like this audio where you showed like two things and then it said mix, and basically we showed like me, and then I showed his dad, and then we mixed like a baby bottle, and then it was Prince, so it was like,
oh, that's cute.
That's what when Prince was little, he was like a little chubby thing, and everyone freaking clowned him for looking like the baby Grinch, and it blew up for the wrong reason. Yes, that was the first video that ever blew up, was a video of Prince, and people like were flaming Prince, and like that was the first video, so I was like not used to getting hate, like I was not used to any of that, so I was like, y'all are not about to play my baby right now. Like I would just be like blocking people, replying to comments, like all that stuff. And then as we like, me and his dad like kept making videos and stuff, I ended up realizing that like my TikTok name was Jade and Prince's father's name, and like it was on my phone, and I was the only one ever using it, and if I ever just wanted him to be in a TikTok, I would like tell him, but he never like, oh, let's do this TikTok together, or let's do this YouTube video. Like no, it was always like me initiating it because this is what I wanted to do, and he was just like along for the ride. And I would like be commenting under like pretty girl stuff, like you're so beautiful, whatever, and I'm like, this is kind of weird because it says Jade and, you know, Prince's dad's name, because I'm like, this is a couple channels. So I was like, you know what, I'm just changing it. Like, this is going to be mine, because at the end of the day, like, I'm the one who puts the work in. He doesn't help me do any of this besides be in the video. And when I did that, like, I already knew that I was going to leave him, because he was a cheater anyway. So I was like just dealing with that for a long time. And like his friends were like, why did Jade change the name? Like, why did she take your name out of it? Because they were like, whoa, like that's like super big. And I'm like, well, it's really not, because he doesn't help me with anything. So it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like I'm the one who put the work in and stuff like that. And so I ended up changing his name. And then I just started to make content that was more like, I don't even really know what kind of content I was making back then, but it was more just like starting to become just me instead of like both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up breaking up because I just told him like I couldn't do it anymore. Like it was just like constantly like something would happen. I'd be like, all right, next time you cheat, I'm leaving. Next time you cheat, I'm leaving. Next line, you know how it goes. Like you just keep saying it because you don't want to, but you want them to like believe that you're gonna leave. So I finally ended up just leaving, and we had our YouTube channel, which was still not monetized, or it had just been monetized like right before we broke up. And if anybody's on YouTube, you know how long it freaking takes to get monetized. Like starting from the bottom.
So long. Yes.
And I was like, wow, like we're about to break up and this YouTube channel is in both of our names. But I was like, you know what? You can have a YouTube channel, but since everyone believes that, you know, we both are the ones who like put all the work into this, we're going to see. So I gave him the YouTube channel that had like, this isn't going to sound like a lot, but it was a lot because I had to start from the bottom, 6,000 subscribers, and it was monetized. So I told him, I was like, you can have this and I'll make my own and we'll go our separate ways and we'll see what happens. And I just recently ended up having to take that YouTube channel down because he didn't use it, but a lot of people were like resurfacing the videos and like picking me apart from like when I was with him. So I ended up just like taking it down, but he never ended up using it. And I'm like, you literally just proved my point. And I'm so glad that I made my own channel and started from the bottom again, because if not, I feel like people would have been like, you only blew up because you guys had a couple channel and da da da. So
yep.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Queen Naja and Chris Sales. Yeah. And I'm just like, but it was all her. Like if you, in my opinion, cause I used to watch their channel together. Like in my opinion, I felt like she brought the personality. She brought the work. She brought the ideas. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just like me believing in like women and I'm a feminist. But I was just like, when they break up, Chris needs to go start his own shit because Queen Naja deserves all of this. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you started from the bottom. I also dealt with a cheater, and every single time he cheated, I was like, I'm leaving, and then get back together. But we never did a couples channel. He wanted to do a couples podcast. That would have been a shit show.
I would never, ever do a couple channel ever again. It's the fakest thing I've ever done in my life.
It's just like, and maybe there are some couples that are super real, but I just, and like, how do you explain it? Like when you guys break up, you know what I mean? So it just like, it just adds an extra layer. I can't get behind it. I mean, they're cool to watch, but for me, it wasn't.
Yeah. It's so crazy that you mentioned Chris and Queen though, because literally my baby daddy looks so identical to Chris Sales. It's disgusting. Like not disgusting. They look disgusting, but like, I swear to God, they're like clones. And somebody asked me in one of my YouTube videos, like, what is a celebrity that you hate the most? And he's not a celebrity, I don't think. But I said Chris Sales. And then he ended up DMing me, asking me to promote one of his songs. I was like, absolutely.
Chris Sales did?
Yeah, I didn't answer.
Wait, that's so funny.
Like, no.
Because my baby dad also resembles Chris Sales, and I also hate Chris Sales. Like, I hate him.
Oh my God.
I like cringe anytime like I saw any of his like solo videos after he was with Queen and stuff like that. Like I would just cringe and I'd be like, ugh, like me and my friend, we would just be like, ew, we hate him so much. That's so funny.
He's such a clout chaser. It's like disgusting.
But you know what?
Literally a
and so
chaser.
is my baby dad.
So is mine too. So it's the same thing.
I can't. I literally can't. And my baby dad's name is Chris also.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
So I'm just like, what the fuck? They're definitely like related in another, I don't know, in another fucking world. Okay, so I have like questions on here. So you worked at Walmart, you said, which also reminded me of Leighton Green. Do you know who Leighton Green is, the singer?
Yes, I do.
She talks about when she worked at Walmart and then she posted a song and it went viral and she was working at Walmart when it happened. So that reminded me of her. But, so you worked at Walmart and then you also, did you work at Hooters too?
Yes.
How did that go? What was that like?
So, whenever I worked at Walmart, I was a supervisor and I was making $15 an hour, and I was like, this is way too much work to be freaking for only $15 an hour. Like, I was in the back over the truck unloads with all guys, and it's me, my girly self, just back there, like, what is going on? Like, people are coming up, like, dropping off huge 18-wheelers of stuff, and I have to, like, make sure that, like, it was a freaking hot mess. I was stressed out, and, like, I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna put my all into everything, but that job literally, like, I feel like broke me so bad that I was like, I have to find, like, this is not fun for me. And, like, I'm the type, like, obviously I love makeup and everything like that, and whenever I would wear makeup there, like, girls would be like, why are you wearing, like, a full face of makeup to work? And I'm like, this is literally what I love to do. Like, I know I don't fit in, but, like, just be quiet for a second. So I was like, I need to find something that I like to do. So then I was like, Hooters. And one of my friends, Tina, I actually had worked with her at Zaxby's, and she ended up working at the Hooters in Fayetteville. So I was like, I saw her on my birthday, which was in September, and then by like October, I was already at Hooters because I knew her, and I don't know, but yeah, so I knew her. So then I ended up just applying for Hooters. I took like a 2-week break from Walmart, and I literally just like left Walmart. And starting at Hooters was literally like so fun. Like, that was seriously like one of the best jobs I've ever had. The Hooters of Fayetteville, not Hooters of Charlotte. That was tragic.
A shit show.
Yes, but like, I literally recommend any girl who like loves makeup or loves to just be around like other women, like, go to Hooters, because like everyone thinks it's such like a mean girl like thing, but it's really not. Like, you're around girls who like look like they like to look good, they like to wear makeup, and then you get to like scam men all day long. It's like the best thing ever. Seriously, it is the best thing ever.
Okay, so it's not like a mean girls thing, because I guess I always pictured places like that being like a competition with every single girl that works there.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there are like mean girls, but I strayed away from people like that. Like, if you're gonna sit there and like talk crap about people that you literally are like talking to on the daily, like, I would just rather not be around you. But most of the time it's literally just like women uplifting other women, because you're there with all these, can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Okay. With all these like old ass men, and like it really does get like emotionally exhausting, because like you kind of have to like feed into it. Like, you get like regulars, and then like they only want to see you, and then it like, I don't know, you just really have to like surround yourself with like girls who are genuinely there to like, I don't know, just make money and like not be like nasty.
Right.
That's like, I made some of like my best friends at Hooters, because I don't know, it's just like such good energy. But there is like mean girls, and yeah, there is mean girls, but there wasn't really that many for what I thought it was going to be. There was more mean girls in high school than there was at Hooters.
At Hooters.
Yes.
That's so funny. I guess there's such like a stigma around places like that, and so I was like, I've been to a Hooters and I loved it. It was a good environment. I didn't feel like it was weird or catty or anything, but I've never worked there, so I feel like okay. So one of the questions I have is copying content ever okay if you give the OG creator credit on TikTok?
I think as long as you give credit, it's so funny that you say that, because something like that just happened to me today. But I think as long as you give credit, like, it really shouldn't matter. But I have seen some like super, super big creators like blatantly copy content from smaller creators, and I don't think that's right. But like today, for instance, there was a sound, and it was like behind every Starbucks obsessed mom, there's a K-pop obsessed. Yeah. So before I made the video, I'm like trying to find the original creator, right? Because I wanted to give her credit. And there were so many freaking videos, and all the viral videos did not have anybody tagged. So I'm like, who is the original creator? So I'm like looking, and I'm like looking at the dates, and I'm like, literally nobody's tagging anybody. So I just ended up posting mine, because I'm like, okay, maybe it's a trend. Like, nobody's tagging the original creator. I posted, people are like, you just blatantly like stole content. Like, why aren't you going to tag the creator? I'm like, y'all, please find her, because I tried looking and I can't find her. And like, I'm just like not the type of, well, I don't know. But for dances though, like, I feel like if it's like a newer dance, people tag people. But if it gets like super, super viral, it's like, Nobody really
How are you
talks
going to
about
know?
it.
I
Yeah,
talked
no, it's kind of
to
like sticky.
Jordan Jones on here on this podcast a couple weeks ago. Well, it was probably like a couple months ago at this point. And she said that TikTok is a trends platform. So it's like meant to be that way. Like you're meant to, not everybody all the time, but like the trends, that's the point of them, is for them, for everyone to do them. And so, and you put your own unique spin on them. So I don't really understand like the whole, I've never tagged anyone because I guess I just always thought they were trends, but now I know I should tag people. Okay. Do you think that posting your child online is like exploiting them? And where's the line between sharing your life with Prince and exploiting children? Because I get harassed saying that I exploit my children all the time.
Yeah. So people say the same thing about me, but my thing is like many people know, I've said it a million times, I'm a single mom and it's just me and Prince. And Prince asks to make, like, if he hears a certain audio, like he heard like a train one that was from like an old show back in the day, and he was like, mommy, like he wanted to make the videos to it. So I'm like, okay. And he wanted to get on my back, so we ended up just making the video. And then like if he like sees me on my phone, he sees a certain video and he hears it again, like, and he sees my phone like up there, like he wants to be in the video. So I'm like, in those instances, like I think it's fine, but I feel like where I draw the line is just like when someone's whole entire page is dedicated to a child. Like at that point, you better have a whole freaking bank account, savings account. Oh my god, the cats are like killing each other. You better have like a whole freaking like savings account dedicated to that child, because that's like, I feel like that's when you're like exploiting the child. Like they have their own TV show basically. Like you're making money off of them at that point, I feel like. But for me, it's like, most of my content is not with Prince, but there is a good amount that is, because I'm with him daily and he does like to be in my videos, and there is like certain videos that like he can be in, but I don't specifically only make videos around him because that's not what my content is for.
Well, also, I don't feel like I can't picture you like telling him he has to be in a video.
No,
and
I would never.
I think that's like a common misconception. Like if I'm like, hey, do you want to make this TikTok with me? And my kids are like, no. I'm like, okay. But sometimes, like you said, they just want to be in the videos.
Yes.
Like Lux loves to see himself. He wants to be in every video. He's like, can we do this again? Like we did the Michael Myers trend or whatever. And he was like, can I do this next time we do it? Like he already plans out like what he's going to do. And I'm like, I can't. So, but also I just think that none of us are ever like, you have to be in this video, get it together. No. You know what I mean? Like we're not, and this isn't Nickelodeon or Disney.
I think where people started to like come up with like, this is probably not okay to put your children online, is because there have been like parts of YouTube videos where YouTubers specifically have like forgot to edit out a part where they're like, I need you to be in this part, I need you to like sit here and do this, and that stuff has like gotten leaked out, so people are like already in their minds like, oh my god, if they're doing that, like everyone else has to be like forcing their kid. Like no, I promise you, if a kid doesn't want to be in a video, they're not going to be in a video. Like, no, they're not.
No, my kids aren't. My kids will tell me to fuck off.
No. For real.
Have you been on Reddit at all?
So before I had like a whole page dedicated to me, I had like a thread, and I read it because, like people were like sending it to me. And I feel like anybody who has like a social media platform, like, you like kind of just like go look up your name on there at first just to see if anybody's talking about you. And before it was like really good things, but now I literally don't even go on there because I am literally like Reddit. Traumatized. Like
I think Reddit is probably the worst forum on the internet.
I don't understand
creators.
How it's legal.
Like and the rumors that people start on there and the conspiracy theories that they come up with are so elaborate, and I'm like, you guys should write scripts for movies and stuff, because this is outrageous. I can't, like, I will not get on Reddit. It's horrible.
And, like, the thing is, like, the people who are on there, like, they swear to God that they, like, hate the people that they're making the videos about. But it's like, you're literally reading my comments and on my page more than I am. So I'm convinced that, like, you hate the fact that you love me, so you're making a whole page about me. And it's like, I hate, like, and so the first comment I ever got about Reddit was this one girl being like, why haven't you addressed, like, Reddit or whatever? And then some other girl commented under there. She was like, because it's true, whatever. And it literally made me shake and made me so hot, because I know, like, the way that I am on camera is literally how I am in real life. So it just made me so mad to the point where I made a video, and my video got taken down for harassment and bullying, because you know how TikTok gives the guidelines. Yeah. And I was basically just defending myself. And in the video, I was like, there is no single mom that's going to do what I can do. And basically they twisted my words. And what I meant is, like, for my own son. Like, obviously, there are so many, like, boss single moms out here. Like, no
of
shit.
Course.
But, like,
of course.
I'm talking about for my son. Like, I'm proud of myself as a mother, you know what I'm saying? And, like, people tried to switch it and make it seem like I was saying that I was, like, the world's best single mom, and I'm like, no, but I am going to take pride in, like, what I've done for my son.
As you should.
Right. And so my video got taken down, so I appealed it. And there was this one TikTok account that made an account dedicated to me, like a hate page. And they're the same page that was on my old couple channel with my baby daddy. And that's why I took it down, was because they were, like, picking me apart. And I had, like, nothing to hide, but I'm like, you guys are not about to use, like, all of my old videos with my son's father. Like, I kept it up because I want Prince to be able to see me and his father together, like, whenever he's older. So I still have the account. I just am gonna leave it for, like, Prince to see or whatever. But they had posted the same exact video that I had posted and cropped the part out where I said that, like, no single mom can do whatever I can do for my son. And it got thousands of views. And I tried to appeal it, and it would not get taken down. But mine got taken down.
It's so crazy to me how, like, TikTok will have, like, they'll get taken down for bullying and harassing and things like that. But places like Reddit are so foul and so untrue, but those can stay up because it's, like, freedom of speech.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. And then, like, they go as far as, like, trying to, like, just, like, dig up whatever they can about you. And, like, it's just, like, to the point where it's just, like, y'all are sick. Like, I don't even understand, like, how, like, do you guys have jobs? I'm so confused on how you have this much time to, like, rip apart creators, because it's so many creators.
They'll say that they have jobs, they're married, they have families, they're so happy, but happy people, literally, happy people don't do that. So no. That's crazy.
I literally just always say, like, ugly people do ugly things. I'm like, that's just what it's gonna be.
That's actually a good one. That you should make that on, like, merch.
No,
ugly
literally.
people do ugly things.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about their looks, we're talking about their personalities.
Like, you're ugly inside. You're literally disgusting.
You're literally disgusting. Okay, so how is cat mom life? How has that been for you?
I love my cat so much. Like, I don't know. So since I know, like, Prince isn't gonna have a sibling anytime soon, I was like, I need something to make him more homey, because it's literally just me and him. But I know a dog is like having an extra child. Like, I know, like, I do not recommend. Go insane. So I was like, well, let me get a cat. And then Prince picked out Chanel, which is the orange cat, but then I was like, dang, like, I cannot stop thinking about this girl Juicy, because her name was already Juicy before I even, like, got her. I was like, her name. I
remember I watched your video and I saw.
Yeah, and everyone was like, go back and get her, and I'm like, God, go back and get her. Like, I haven't even had one cat already, but I'm, like, so glad that I got two cats, because they just, like, entertain each other all day long. And Prince literally just, like, picks them up and carries them around. They're so friendly. And like, they literally have, like, everything a cat could ever want. But, like, whenever I leave, oh my gosh, they're, like, going crazy right now. But the only thing I, like, ever get scared about is them tearing up my Playboy pillows, because those are so expensive. So every time I leave the house, I just take this blanket, or I have a blanket down here, and I just cover them up. But other than that, like, they go everywhere, and they're fine.
They're just low maintenance. Like, cats are and they just do their own thing. And so when I actually went to go get a barn cat, like, for outside, because I have a lot of property and I don't want, like, mice or anything weird. And so we went to go pick up a barn cat, and then my kids were with me, and then we saw the kittens, and we were like, oh my God, we need them. And then we can't have just one, we got to get both of them. And so we ended up with two. But they've honestly just been really low maintenance, and, like, outside of the litter box and feeding them, like, you don't have to, they just do their own thing. So dogs I will never get another dog. I love my dogs, but that's a no. They're just too much work. Like, we went away for the weekend, this past weekend, and I literally just put out more food and more water and made sure they have, because I have two litter boxes. instead of just the one. But just put out clean litter and like extra food and they're good to go. So I really want Pretty Litter to sponsor me. So maybe we should work on that.
I literally just got Pretty Litter and I haven't, like, I literally just put it in. I got like I think it was like the
I have the same,
or the 6 months supply.
I got the same box that you got, with the blue and white crystals, but mine's not Pretty Litter. It's like a different brand.
Oh, wait, did you get the automatic litter box?
Yeah.
That's what I just got, and literally that thing is like works wonders. Like I had 2 litter boxes before, and I would like scoop it every day, but I'm like, bro, I can still smell this freaking cat stuff.
Litter,
like
cat poop.
Ew.
Yep.
Like I am just like so weird about like stuff like that. Like I cannot stand that smell. So I was like, I have got to find like an alternative. Like something's got to give. So I went to my little brother's apartment, and his girlfriend has 2 or 3 cats, and they had like the automatic litter box because I was gonna get the litter robot, but that thing is literally like almost $1,000. Like no thank you.
It's so expensive.
Yes, and I literally could not smell litter anywhere in their house. So I'm like, what do y'all have? And she showed me like the automatic litter thing, and she said that she uses the crystals, and I was like, oh my god, like I literally could not smell it at all. I was like, you can't smell it when they go to the bathroom or anything? She's like, no. So I got it, and I was like, shut up. And everyone in my comments was like, Jade, like the poop is gonna get stuck to the racks and like whatever, and it's worked really good for me. So I don't know.
You're like, I don't give a shit. It works over here. I love my cats. They really don't. I love them. My 3-year, he's not 3 anymore. He's 5. My 5-year-old will walk around like you described Prince, just like picking them up. That's Lux. Yes. He just loves them so much. Okay, so are you binge watching anything on TV right now? I am on season 9 of Grey's Anatomy. I'm very late to the Grey's Anatomy gang, but are you watching anything?
I am not really like, the only things that really interest me are like true like crime documentaries or like true crime or like reality TV, which some people would say like reality TV is scripted, but like I'm always here for the drama. So like Bad Girls Club, Girls Next Door, like I love watching like all that stuff. So right now I'm like rewatching all of like Girls Next Door and Bad Girls Club. But other than that, like I love watching like true crime, like YouTubers who do like the like they just like have all like true crime stuff on there. Like I love watching that stuff and documentaries, but that's really it. Like I am not like some people hate me for saying this, but like I'm just not really like a comedy watcher person. Like I hated Family Guy, I hated American Dad, like I like all of that, any of that stuff.
But what about like Friends?
I haven't really ever watched that. And I like growing up I never really watched movies. Like we always watched like Animal Planet. So like I don't know, I've always just watched like nonfiction stuff. Do
you watch Bailey Sarian on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love her. I love all her stuff.
She's so
I'm like
freaking funny.
And I don't know how to do makeup, so like I'll just watch her and listen to the true crime and like try to copy makeup, but it's not like I just will never get it down. So, what does Prince watch? Does Prince watch anything?
Yeah, so Prince watches Miss Rachel all the time. He loves watching
Flippy. Us too.
And when he's not watching like learning shows, he loves to watch like he watches so many like Disney stuff. He likes to watch Spidey and Friends on Netflix. He watches like Brother Bear, Cars, Lion King. We've watched Lion King I don't even know how many times, and it's so sad every single time I watch it. And he laughs
every time.
Like I'm like, what is wrong with you? He literally laughs when the baby starts crying for his dad. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Seriously.
My son is
like he loves watching like all that stuff.
With Michael Jackson, he'll YouTube Michael Jackson and watch all the videos, and I'm like, Lux, like, can we just change it a little bit? So yeah, he's obsessed. I mean, his birthday cake was Michael Jackson. He got the costume, the whole like it's so I don't know if Prince has gotten into those like obsession phases yet, but I'm sure they're coming for you.
Spider-Man.
So just be ready. Yeah, no, Lux is obsessed with Spider-Man too, and I'm just like, everything is Spider-Man. I had to talk. We have, I don't know when you guys go back to school, or he's not in school, right?
No, he's not in school right now.
Okay, so all my kids are going. Okay, March what?
March 19th.
I'm the 14th. Shout out to a Pisces. Is he a Pisces or an Aries?
Yeah, he's a Pisces.
Okay. We love that. And you're a Virgo, and that's very compatible. Yes, so we love that for you. But Lux, I have 4 boys, so I have like hand-me-down stuff, and they all have backpacks or whatever, and I'm like, Lux, like, I really don't want to buy you a backpack. Like, can you pick one of your brother's old ones? But he really wants a Spider-Man backpack for school, so that's what we're gonna get. Yeah, so we're heavy into Spider-Man and Michael Jackson. Okay, what was the last thing you bought on Amazon?
The last thing I bought, can I look?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what I literally buy something every day. It's so bad. I don't.
Oh, I know. I see your videos, and I'm like, what is she buying now? I love the homemade Uncrustables thing that you got.
Yes.
Was that on Amazon?
Yes.
I need to get one for the school lunches because the Uncrustables are so expensive.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's making me sign in because I just changed my password yesterday. But the last thing that I bought was this pink. Of course, it has to be pink, but it was this pink, like ice cube, like tray thing with a little storage thing because I eat ice so much that my ice maker can't keep up. So I just got a pink one so that I can like make double the ice. So that was the last thing I got on Amazon. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go see I don't know what I bought on Amazon. I have a bunch of shit in my cart. But my assistant gets really upset with me when she sees all my Amazon purchases, and she's like, Kail, like, slow down.
The last thing I also bought too was I saw Paris. There was this blinged out like Hello Kitty like hand bear that I've been wanting, and then I saw Paris Hilton use it in one of her last videos. I was like, that's it, I'm buying it. That was
you have to buy it. I love Paris.
Yes,
Paris is so sweet. Oh, the last thing I bought was all school supplies. And I don't know why everything is so expensive because a box of tissue, 6 packs of tissues was $20. So inflation is real, y'all.
No, seriously.
Oh my God. But I have like cute little coasters in my cart right now. These like little, I don't know, just like dumb shit. I just can't stop buying stuff off Amazon. So
my whole life
it's
Amazon,
really
honestly.
Same. So much same. Okay. And the last question, let me see what I have here. Okay. Best mom hacks that you have for single moms or moms in general.
For moms in general? Okay, let me think. I'm trying to think of like something good. Well, this isn't really a mom hack, but like something that I always talk about all the time is like not losing yourself, because like people ask me all the time, they're like, how do you get ready and like also, you know, be a mom and like do all this other stuff, and I'm like, well, first of all, I get ready most of the time because I'm always filming myself, but other than that, oh my God, other than that, I literally, like, if I don't, like, feel good, I'm not going to, like, be, like, the best mom that I can be. And, like, for some people, it's not putting on makeup. It's literally just, like, washing your face. It's, like, drinking enough water, you know, eating 3 meals a day, which I'm still working on. But, like, my biggest thing is, like, you cannot be the mom that you want to be, truthfully, until you take care of yourself first. And I feel like that's just, like, something that, like, a lot of moms go through when they have like postpartum depression, and like, because for the first year, like after I had Prince, I was so lost in my identity. I felt so sick to my stomach all the time. Like, who am I? I'm so confused right now, because you go from like, you know, fending for yourself and doing everything for yourself to literally having a whole human who's depending on you. And like the newborn phase, it's easy, but it's hard at first because it's just like, what the heck is going on? Especially if you're breastfeeding, that's like a whole nother thing. But yeah, I just feel like you have to always make sure that you're taking care of yourself first. Especially, I always say this, especially if you have daughters, because like they're literally looking up to you. Like, I obviously don't have a daughter, but like she is looking up to you. And like, I know like how I viewed my mom and stuff, and my mom was never like really big into like always like she didn't ever care about like always having to like look presentable and stuff like that. But my mom was a baddie still anyways. But I don't know, I just think it's so important to remember that at the end of the day, like, you have to make sure that you take care of yourself if you want to take care of your kids like the way that, you know, you want to. And another thing is like just remembering that like everybody parents differently, and just because like somebody's doing something that you're not doing does not mean that you're a bad mom. It does not mean that like, you know, they're better than you. Because I feel like especially on TikTok, like I've been through phases where I see certain moms like post up and I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't do that. Or, you know, like they're just moms are so different, and there's so many different types of moms out there. Like, it's so easy to beat yourself up when you see like somebody doing something for your kid that you're not doing, or vice versa. And I always just have to remind myself, like, you guys have completely different lives, and like some moms have people who are helping them out, other moms don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know like who's going through what. So you just have to remember, like, as long as you're trying your best as a mother, like, that's all that
doesn't
really
matter
matters at the end of the day.
2 points to that. One, the first year of being a mom, whether you're a first time mom, second time mom, whatever. To me, the first year was always the hardest, and it's just like trying to get back to who you are.
Yes.
That has always been, I have 4, and every single time, that whole first year is so difficult. And then the second thing is, to your point, like, I don't get ready on a regular basis. I have 4 boys, and we're just ripping and running all the time. And I'm on Lexapro for depression. So I don't always do my hair and makeup, but that is one thing that I'm constantly comparing myself to other moms, because I'm like, well, they get ready and I don't. So they're already better than me, you know? And so I also have to remind myself that, you know, my kids don't give a fuck if I get ready or not. You know, they're going to love me the same. And, you know, Prince is going to love you the same. You know, that's just what it is. That doesn't make, you know, you better than me or me better than you. It's just, that's just who we are. So, but just reminding ourselves of that is difficult in and of itself sometimes, you know? So I get it, but you're right.
And like, I feel like a lot of moms compare themselves to me. Like, I always see it in my comments, especially in my coffee videos, because, you know, it's first thing in the morning. Like, sometimes I don't have as much makeup on or whatever, but it's like, I only have 1 child right now, and people don't realize that, like, having 1 child compared to 2, 3, or even 4, like how you are, like, I would not be able to have a full beat face with 4 kids unless I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning before they literally freaking open their eyeballs. Like, I have 1 child, and I get up early before he gets up anyways. And I like start my makeup, but if he wakes up while I'm doing my makeup, like, obviously I'll stop and I make him breakfast, and, you know, I turn on like Miss Rachel and stuff like that, or I will get his toys out, or like even like a coloring book. But it's just like, I don't know, like, especially being a single mom, like, I have 1 kid. It's really not that hard for me to get ready. And I hate that people like just will sit there and like beat themselves up, and I'm like, you guys, I'm literally just like y'all. Like, I don't want to get up and get ready either, but, you know, I have like an ad I have to freaking film for today or whatever. Like, even when I was working at Hooters, I would wake up late and cry because I had to do my makeup like right before I had to go in, and I still would have to get Prince ready. I still would have to do all of that. But if I had 2 kids or 3 or 4, like, it would be so much freaking harder for me.
It's a shit show. Like, at this point, my kids pick out their own outfits. I don't even fight them. Whatever they want to wear is fine, because it's when you have 1, it's way different. You can dress them to the 9. You can have them in their full outfits, even 2 kids. But my 4 boys, and one of mine is colorblind, so he's just they just wear whatever they want, and they actually help me out a lot in the morning. Like, Lincoln will go get the baby's outfits and stuff, and they don't match because he's colorblind, but I'm like, everyone's happy and just dressed, so we're good to go. Like, it's fine.
Do you I'm asking you because you have 4 boys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you keep all of their clothes and like give them hand-me-downs? Because I have clothes from when Prince was, bro, they're gonna literally tear down my blind. What is going on? I literally have like bags of when Prince was little, of like stuff that I haven't even looked at in years since he was little, just because I'm keeping it just in case I get a boy. But then I'm like, I don't know, like, it's like keeping up, like, it takes up so much freaking room. Like, what do you do? Do you keep it all, or do you like?
I didn't keep any of my oldest stuff, not really. And it actually worked out really well for me, because my oldest son is very much like polo, button down, like clean cut. And then my middle 2 sons are like athletic gear all the time. So it kind of worked out. The only thing I will say is save the shoes. The clothes is going to be hit or miss, because the clothes is like, by the time you have another one, you might have another baby shower, or the trends will be different. And so the clothes are one thing, and you're just like, you're going to want to switch them out anyway. Yeah. But the shoes, I mean, I have shoes that like Lincoln, who's 8, never wore. And so my 2-year-old now is wearing like Air Maxes, Jordans, like all kinds of stuff, because he, you know, the shoes are expensive, and like, I feel like they never really go out of style. So keep the shoes, but the outfits, save only the good ones. Like the ones that you're like, oh, this is so fresh and so cute, but the rest, don't even worry.
I definitely need to go through it because I'm like, half of the stuff, like, I don't need that. And like with Prince's shoes, like he has so many nice shoes that he never was able to wear because his feet are literally so big. It's like he's 3 and he's already in an 11.5 feet. Like, excuse me, Bigfoot who? Like, literally, there are so many freaking shoes, and he gets it from me because my feet are freaking huge, but there's so many, like, cute shoes that he never was able to wear, and I'm like, even if I have a girl, like, she's wearing these, like, she's gonna have to, because those are literally so cute, I'm not getting rid of them.
No, I have, like, I'm talking brand new shoes, never worn, that now my 2-year-old is gonna wear, because I'm so thankful I saved them. But that's so funny, because my 5-year-old's not even an 11.5 yet.
Shut your mouth. Oh my gosh.
I swear. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But that's, I mean, save the shoes. And then if not, like maybe one of your siblings will have, you know, if you decide that you don't need them later on, you can give them or sell them.
I don't keep them know how Prince is so big because like his dad is only like, I want to say like 6'1" and I'm 5'6". So I guess for a girl, some people consider that tall, but it's really, I feel like medium height. And like, he's literally, I swear to God, like above my hip. I'm like, bro, you're literally going to be like a star. Like, how are you this tall? I'm so confused.
You better put him in basketball.
I know. I know. I can't wait to put him in basketball.
None of my kids' dads are 6 foot. So, and I'm 5'8", so I don't have any 6 foot daddies at all. But
I feel like they would still be tall though, because 5'8", like how people think 5'6" is like kind of tall. At least they have like some height.
I hate my height. I hate it so much. I wish I was shorter because literally most of the people that I've been with have all been shorter than me or the same height, and I'm like, this is just not.
I know.
I don't feel good about this.
I literally have never dated a like super tall guy before, and that's like my fantasy man is a tall man because I've always been like right like head level with them. I'm like, if we ever were like going somewhere fancy and I wore heels, I would be like an Amazon woman compared to you.
Yeah, that's me. Like, and I would look like a freaking T-Rex.
Yes, and they look like a little like shrimp. Like, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I can't. I dated one guy that was like 6'6", but it just like wasn't it. Like the height was there, but nothing else was there, you know?
That's how I feel like too. I feel like their height is like the factor, and then like everything else is just like
is missing.
Completely out of the picture. So
I can't. Well, I so appreciate you coming on Barely Famous. I'm glad we got to talk. I feel like we're like besties now.
I know. Thank you so much for having me on here.
I hope you don't think it's weird. I already like watched all your videos and knew like what was what. I hope that's not weird for you.
No,
okay.
You're fine.
Well, where can people find you? Your YouTube channel, your TikTok, anything else you want to promote, Instagram, anything you're working on, promote it, plug it, whatever.
Okay, so my Instagram, they're all Jade Amber, but they're different variations. I know I need to work on that, but my Instagram is Jade Amber with 4 R's. My YouTube is just Jade Amber, and then my TikTok is Jade.Amber with 5 R's. It's kind of a lot, but yeah. They're all Jade Amber. It'll probably pop up if you just type in Jade Amber.
Yeah, if you just type it in.